Good morning. Today I just wanted to talk about some things that I realize that when you don't trust in your path, things happen. God has been revealing my purpose in life to me. And it's a process, just like every single thing. When God is discussing with you what your purpose is, it's not something that He is just going to come out and say, hey, this is what you need to do. And you're going to know exactly what it is within a day or 2 days or 3 days. He tells you bits and pieces throughout a certain time period, and He hands it over to you precisely when He knows that you are ready for it all. I mean, if God handed you your purpose one day and you weren't ready for it, would you fulfill your purpose in life? No, because there are so many layers of yourself that you need to let go of in order to open up to what your true purpose is, because a purpose in life is so greater than what we could ever imagine that we could ever handle. And that is what I've always known about my purpose. Ever since I was a little girl, I knew my purpose was going to be great. But I also knew that I was shy, that I would never be able to speak to people, that I didn't have the complete wisdom, and there was nothing that I had that was of value. That's what I had in my heart for my entire life. Not being worthy of my purpose, not knowing how to fulfill my purpose. So this past year, when I have been awoken to my true purpose, I was given bits and pieces. And it's small little areas. Small things happen here. This is revealed here. And it's been not quite a year now. So this September will be an exact year when my awakening process, or my purpose, has been revealed to me, began. And it's not anything that I thought it was when I first began this journey of health into my life. It's nothing that I expected from God to give to me. But I realized about a month ago, or a little over a month ago, that this is huge. And that this is something that is really going to test me. It's going to bring tons of judgment into my life, tons of lashing, and tons of ridicule and punishment from people, but not just for myself. I know that it's going to affect my family, this huge purpose of mine. And a little over a month ago, I got discouraged. I was so afraid of that thought. And immediately that I had those fears, when they started coming back again, because I had already eliminated all of my fears, and I felt so alive. I felt that I could do anything. But that brief moment of fear, it grew, and it grew because I didn't deal with it instantly. And when you don't deal with your fears, that's what happens. They grow and they take hold. And you know what happened? That's when I let my guard down. That's when I allowed the devil back into my life. And that's when he said, here, I can attack her. I can attack her in her life. This is my moment where she is weak and I can take control again. And my life started to reflect that. And the bills got out of hand on my end, and I had no idea what happened. I have this amount of income to pay my bills and do the things, yet there's no money here to take care of the bills and do what I want. How is that possible? I just couldn't figure it out. And I knew right away that that was the devil working in my life. He came back into my life trying to tear me down. And then I began to realize that I have to trust God. God is not going to give me something that I can't handle. And that's something that I repeatedly said throughout my life to get me through things, which I truly didn't believe the magnitude of it all. That God never gives you what you can't handle. He knows how strong you are in your heart before you even know how strong you are. He has more faith than you have in yourself, because God has created you to be a great individual, a great being here on earth. And the problem comes in is when we don't believe in God enough or have faith enough in ourselves to achieve what He has set forth for us. And so I made the choice that I was going to do all things and trust God's plan. And I apologized to Him for not trusting in His plan. And it was almost instantly then, too, that He began to speak to me again and revealed a little more that I had to do in order to receive. Because if you can't handle the little things in your life, how can you be given a greater task to achieve? Isn't that what He says in the Bible? You must be willing to handle the little things in your life. Because when your purpose comes along, if you can't handle the little stuff, how can you handle that? And so, it's His divine timing, right? Time is huge in the Bible. There's a time for every single thing that He has set forth. Time is essential to things. The process, and I repeat this all the time, is so essential to life. And if you continuously stop, it's causing resistance. It's causing the flow to go back to where you once were before. It's causing your karma and your karmic lessons to be repeated over and over again until that cycle can never be stopped. You're just rewinding and going back to that point and repeating every single thing over and over again. But when you allow things to flow and just be and trust, bits and pieces are given to you of your life, of your path. It's like little miracles here and here, little blessings here and here that come when it is right, because you're trusting in your direct path to move forward. And you're allowing it to be without questioning if this is what you should be doing. You are trusting it so much that you just do it and know, because you do know in your heart that it is the right path to go on. But when you have that fear that controls you and makes you make that turn to go back, you're not trusting it. So instantly, I received a message from God to do another task, and for a moment there, I was like questioning and kept praying, God, can you please reconfirm your desire of me? What is it that you're asking of me again? Allow me to hear that again. Because I was uncertain again. And I was like, well, why would you ask me to do this? Never question God's plan for you. Never question it. trust it. That's what faith is. Trusting. But we are human beings who have free will. We have choices based upon our ego self to do things. And that's why we question. That's why we doubt and have fear. And again, I kept saying, well, I can't keep praying to God and asking Him to reveal this to me, because this is what I have heard from Him. I heard His voice. And this is what He's asking of me to do. And if I continuously question Him, am I having faith in His plan again? No. So I have to complete this. And I know when I complete this to His satisfaction, where He knows that I can go through life with it, I can receive another blessing. Because you are rewarded for what you do out of faith, not for what you don't do because of your fear. And so today I want to go ahead and go back to something that I read, which just speaks about hearing God's voice. But I also wanted to say that I've noticed past couple of days how fabulous I have felt about life. Since I think November, there has been a shedding of old beliefs, of old fears, learning to let go of things that haven't been serving me. And it's not just for myself, but it's been happening around the world, of letting go of your ego self. And it's a process you get, and with this process you're going to feel a little, headaches may come, your body aches may come, because when we let go of the flesh, sins of the flesh, our flesh suffers because our spirit is trying to grow. And I think that's important for you to know, that when you are in the process of living your life's purpose, or a spiritual awakening, if you will, you are going to experience pain, anxiety, doubt. But that is part of things that have to happen in order for it to be let go of completely. The process of cleansing and renewing within the new spirit. And that is what I have been doing. And the past few days has been, each day it's just lifting more up. And I have been feeling like I'm almost there, that I am being renewed and I'm opening up to a greater feeling. And with that, I have been an emotional wreck. Yet I want to cry, yet I want to sing at the top of my lungs, because I am just so overwhelmed with happiness and gratefulness in my heart. And so I do want to say to you guys, believe in your path so much that you enjoy every single thing that's happening to you, whether it's pain and depression, anxiety. If you know that you are going forward with this, you know something is happening in your life, know that it's happening to you, for you, not to hurt you and cause harm. God doesn't cause harm. Whatever He chooses for you, it is to help you. It may seem bad at that very moment, but there is a great reward at the end of it, and that is just for you to open up to your true being. So today I want to just read I guess it's titled here, Treasuring My Words. Treasure my words, adore my voice, and embrace everything that I say. Beg me for more, earnestly seek it, and I will give it to you. The words that I give you are for your good, that you may not stumble. Only by my words can you walk uprightly. Each of my words, my written words, as well as those spoken by the voice of my spirit, is a lamp to your feet. I could never express to you enough the need for you to be more intimate with me through my spirit. He will justify you if you listen to him and obey him through faith. I have sent him to you for this purpose. Do not neglect the gift that is in you. Embrace the deposit. Hold him close and meditate on his presence through prayer and worship. And so it reads in Exodus 19:5, and I am reading this in the New King James Version so you can hear it and understand it better. Now therefore, if you will indeed obey my voice and keep my covenant, then you shall be a special treasure to me above all people, for all the earth is mine. So my point today is that you have to trust the voice that speaks to you. Your heart knows what needs to be done, where you need to go in life, because that is where God speaks to you from, your heart, and he leads you there for a purpose. But the doubting and the fear of that process takes you backward. Don't allow it to take you back. Don't allow fear to come into your heart, because that is when you doubt yourself and your path and you let your guard back down. And that is when the devil has control and power over you. That is when you are weak. Stay strong in God's plan and his words. Trust in yourself to move forward within it. When you place trust in your path, in everything that God has set for you, he won't let harm come to you. And that reminds me of how my life was previous to my fear coming back up over a month ago. Everything was perfect. I knew I had God here. I knew that I had the Spirit within me and around me, and the angels were moving within my life as God promises. But once I let my guard down, I was instantly overcome with fear. And it's not that I didn't have the protection of God and his angels. It's just that I saw all the bad things that the devil was doing for a little while, until I began to realize it's because that I didn't trust myself. I didn't trust God's plan. And I stopped having complete faith in my purpose, that I got off guard and that I needed, no matter what was going on in my life, to move forward, and things will eventually smooth back out again. And don't worry about what has happened. You know, I can't sit here and worry that the bills are behind because of whatever took place that took my income. Because it is complete mystery that I just can't figure out. I can't worry about it. I can only move forward. I have to deal with the phone calls. I have to deal with it and just trust that as long as I go forward and trust in my path, things will be okay. And I hope that you guys do too. Trust in your path. As always, this is Christy with much love, health, and healing your way, bringing purpose to your life. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you soon.